everything. And I'll go ahead and share my screen. Let me make sure I have it up. All right. Okay, is there any certain state that you would like me to demo? I have a preloaded deal for New York. I don't know if you would mind me doing New York if you want to see something else.
Do you have Arkansas? Because I have an Arkansas dealership.
Yeah, absolutely. So you want me to title into Arkansas, or do you want me to title into a different state?
Title into Arkansas, just so I can see it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my dog is going crazy.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just making sure because this is for out of state only.
Oh, it's for out of state only. Okay, so show me. Show me Arkansas, and then show me Arkansas. No problem.
Okay, I can still show you Arkansas. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right, let me grab that VIN number really fast. Okay, so anytime you do an out-of-state deal, you'll go to start a new deal on that.titletech.com. We have a great customer service line and titling help desk as well. If you ever have any questions, they can help you out there. But from here, we would select the customer state. You do have to select this before it'll let you go any further. So we're just going to select Arkansas and then go to the dealership drop down. If you have multiple locations, you can select which location you're going to do and then input the deal number. So I'm not integrated. I know you said you don't have a DMS provider. If for some reason you ended up getting one and then you guys want to add integration, we can always do that later. If you do integrate, it's going to pull everything over from the DMS provider's site to our platform. Okay. Otherwise, you would just input the VIN number manually and select load vehicle. From there, it will populate that vehicle type automatically. So you just need to select whether we're going to do a cash, finance, or lease deal. Do you have any one in particular you would like to do today?
Yeah, I have a couple of deals. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, who's got a car? Yeah. Okay. So do you need the VIN number?
Oh no, I was just asking if you would like me to do cash or finance.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
you could do cash.
Cash? Okay. All right, and then we would select whether or not we want to do a plate transfer. Now, this is solely for the purpose of fees. There's not a system that links us every state electronically right now. So, and then we would just select whether we want to do the full deal, which is going to also pull those DMV forms, or do the fee calculation only. Of course, I'm going to show you a full deal. That way you can see the forms being pulled. So once I hit that, it's going to show any deals that I've ever run with this VIN number. You can go back and load the deal. It's not going to charge you the transactional fee each time. It's only going to charge it initially when you run it the first time, just so you know. So you can go back and edit anything that you'd like and reprint forms. It's not going to charge you each time. But I'm going to go ahead and create a new deal. Then it's going to take me over to the customer information. While it's loading, I just wanted to say anything that's in the system that's outlined in red is required information. I do suggest filling it out as much as possible, though, on the front end, because it will populate more into your forms, less for you to do on the back end of things. So for this deal, it wants to know, of course, the first and last name. And then I would, of course, put in the date of birth, driver's license number, and then you would put in an address. All right, so we'll do Adona. Let me write that down real quick because I think it's going to ask me on the back end. Okay, so it will automatically populate the county for you. You can input a zip code, mailing address, alternate address, and then you can either tab down over here or go down here and select next. Now, as you can see, it did change to a green checkbox. That means that we have all the required information filled out. If it is still a red box when you tab over or tab down, then it will show the red square still. So it's kind of auditing it along the way. Now, it pulled the VIN number into our vehicle information page from that first page.
Okay.
It's actually filled most of this out for me. So we just need to make sure that we fill anything out that's missing that's red. So it wants to know the vehicle status. If you select used, it is going to want to know the previous title state. Okay. So we'll just put that it was Alabama. All right. So it automatically populated the shipping weight. Of course, you can add, it also wants to know whether it's private or commercial. That's another, required piece of information. And then when I tab over, it's going to take me over to the trade-ins information. And I also wanted to let you know, if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me.
Okay, no problem.
So I won't be offended. All right. And then on our trade-ins information, you can input up to 4 vehicles. I really hope you never have to put more than that. But if you did, you could give us a call and we can manually input the rest for you up to 8 vehicles.
Okay.
Which that would be
Which is
horrible, I
crazy.
would think.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
But yeah, but you
Usually
can,
one. I never
yeah,
did
I
two.
mean, I would hope so, because if someone's trading in 8 vehicles, that would be crazy. And then we can add the trade and lien holder as well down here.
Okay.
Just like the previous page, the VIN number, once you load it, it's going to pull that information based off the VIN.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go to our purchase information. So this is a really important page. You just put in the sales price of the vehicle. Just
Would
going
I
to put
charge
in
them?
a number. Yes. Yeah. So I'm just putting in a number. I mean, if you want me to put in anything in particular,
No,
I
that's fine.
can. Okay. And then it's going to list any taxable charges or add-ons, warranties, for that state.
Okay.
So it's going to work like a calculator. It has to have a numeric value in there. So if you don't have anything to input, just make sure you put a 0. But you can add shipping charges. Say you were shipping the vehicle, you could add, 450, and it's going to pull that into the fee calculation. So it is really important that you don't guess or estimate on this page because it
Okay.
will affect the fee calculation. Of course, if for some reason we gave you the incorrect fees and it was on our end, we will reimburse you, cut a check to your dealership. That way you're not having to eat that cost or go to your customer.
Okay.
All right. And now I will spend a little bit of time on this SNAP processing fee. So this is going to be, I'm not sure if you did this before whenever you ran
No.
through the system, but so if you utilize this, you're able to either break even or you can generate extra revenue for your business. Of course, you have the ability to put in a 0 and cover the transactional fee for your customer that it takes to run the full deal, which is $90.98. So 90.98 breaks down into 2 fees. We have our fee calculation that's $34.99, and then our DMV forms are $55.99. Again, only charged once per deal number.
Okay.
Now, you can either put in the 90.98 and then I think there we go, 90.98, and then you're only paying the $90 monthly subscription cost.
Okay.
But what most dealerships do, is they put anywhere from 150 to 200. I'm going to charge back 200 because that means I make back my monthly subscription off of just one out-of-state deal.
Okay.
And then anything after that's going to be extra, it's going to be profit for you.
Yeah.
So, how many out-of-state deals do you typically see in a month? I didn't gather that the first phone call.
Out of state a month.
Yeah.
It depends. Probably maybe like 20 to maybe 20 to 30.
20 to 30? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you would most certainly make back that if you chose. You could charge 150 to 200 and easily make that back,
Okay.
and bring in extra money for your
Money.
location. Yeah,
Yeah.
money, money, money. So, all
Name
right.
of the
So,
game.
so now we're going to go to our registration information. Now, for this state, it wants to know the county, which was Perry.
Yep.
And then a donut for our city. And then it does want to know whether or not it's within the city limit. Of course, you can ask your customer, or I'm sure it's a quick Google search if that is in the city limit.
Okay.
We'll put yes. Now you can input the insurance information. It's not required, but it's going to go into DMV forms and then store that in the system as well.
Okay.
And then you can choose whether you want it to go to a private tag agency or a DMV location. So we give you these two options. We do partner with private tag agencies in every state. We will give you those fees right here. So if your customer doesn't mind paying additional, say $249 or $100, I know that some of these can get that registration complete in as little as 2 business days, or just a lot faster than a DMV because they have more incentive to get that complete because they're getting paid more. So the DMV location, I mean, if your customer doesn't want to pay any additional fees, you can just choose that, and it's going to show your primary DMV based off your customer's address.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So now we're going to calculate the fees. This is where we would initially be charged $34.99.
Okay.
All right. And it's going to take us to a full breakdown of where we're getting those fees, show the percentage, the taxes, and we'll list everything out. You can even print it if your customer wants a copy. So the two main things we're going to pay attention to on this page are going to be the total taxable amount is going to be up here. And then we have our line by line breakdown. Ignore this tax amount due to Florida. This is because our Title Tech dealership is hypothetically located there. So they have a reciprocity tax, and it's, of course, would list that. This would not be on there unless your state has a reciprocity tax. So this is what you would send, and this is what you would keep for your dealership. And then it shows the total down here. Okay. Now, when I hit print registration forms, it's going to pull everything into PDF. I did want to stop real quick before actually it's already going, but I did want to ask, do you have any questions so far?
So this is to register their car in their particular state without them going to the DMV at all now.
Oh, yeah. It's to do the whole process for them. I know it really raises customer satisfaction, gets you referrals. Yeah, absolutely.
It's perfect. I could register people's cars.
Yeah.
In their particular state. That's amazing. It's amazing. And how much is this per month?
$90. And it's a month-to-month subscription. So you're not locked into a contract for 2 years. I know a lot of companies will make they have like an initial fee that you have to pay, and then they'll lock you into a contract. No, it's a month-to-month subscription. It's cloud-based, so we don't have to come download anything to a certain computer. The old school way, it's all cloud-based. You just we'll create you a login or whoever you want to be authorized users in there, and then they'll have logins as well.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so now sorry, the sharing screen is right in front of me. There we go. Can you see this page well?
Yes, I said attention, stop.
Okay, perfect. So that's funny. I've never had anybody read it off to me.
Oh, okay.
So we are going to include this with all our deals. So you're going to see state-specific forms and then Title Tech forms. So these are just extra things we give you for your peace of mind that are going to just avoid any delay in processing. So we'll let you know, pay close attention to the check payable to section because of course, like it says, failure to complete will cause a delay in processing. So then we're going to have our state-specific forms. So here's our registration application. As you can see here, anything that we input to the front end of the platform is populated into our DMV forms. Okay, so that's even more of a time saver, really streamlines your process and gets it done accurately and more efficiently. We'll also let you know if there's a wet signature required. So we'll flag that with a yellow signature box. So make sure that you have your customer, sign that, because this state does require it. Not every state has the yellow signature boxes, but we do let you know that because that would be the worst, to get all your paperwork back just because of a wet signature being missing. All right, now we have our title application checklist. So this is definitely for your peace of mind. We're going to let you know everything that you need. Anything that you see in red, we're just flagging that because sometimes these are mistakes that dealerships make that are going to cause a delay in processing. We also ask that you submit this form with your DMV forms as well to the DMV. Sorry, I had a little brain fart there.
So I should also submit it to the DMV.
Yes. We ask that you submit this, and there's a couple other pages. We'll just let you know, please submit it, have the customer sign, and then just submit it with your paperwork.
And how do I submit it to their state with the paperwork?
Well, the title application checklist or just the forms in general?
Wait. If you go up, more.
Mm-hmm.
It shows valid, approve. Okay, and this is what the customer needs. Am I right?
Yeah, this is everything. It says when submitting paperwork, include the following. So it's going to let you know everything that you need. Most of this is in here, but it'll let you know any state-specific notices as well. On your for your customer state in case you needed to communicate that to them. But this is just for your peace of mind. You can check it off, know that you have everything that you need. Um, and then of course have them sign, submit it with the paperwork, and then here's our payment information. So we're going to also provide you with exactly who to make the check out to, because I've definitely heard there are DMVs that are very picky. They don't want it to the DMV name, they want it made out a certain way. They'll send the check back if it's not, something specific. So if you're using the private tag agency, you make the check payable to this top box right here. Say we were using the 50 state DMV. If you're using the DMV location, then you just make it out to whatever's in this bottom box down here. So for this, it would be the Department of Finance and Administration. Okay. And then we'll also provide you with mailing instructions for all of this. Now, we are trying to avoid you having to call the DMV. That's kind of the point of all this. But, in the case you need just a little extra comfort, you can give them a call. We have the phone number right here. You don't have to do any online searching. And then we'll provide you with the mailing address as well. So we also have a space down here for, in the case they had any questions on your paperwork, they would know exactly who to contact at your dealership. So you can input, say, your name, or if you have someone you want to designate to this deal to cover any corrections, you can put their name in there, phone number, and email address for them to reach out to. So it's going to go over the late fees and penalties at the bottom of that page as well for the state. We have our limited power of attorney. Again, everything is filled out that we had in that front end. All right. Now, this is our license plate destination form. So Title Tech will always give you this, so you can choose whether you want it to go to the customer or to your dealership. And it can go directly to the customer.
Wow.
And then you would just input the name, mailing address, phone number, and any additional notes.
It doesn't matter if it's a motorcycle, car, boat, nothing, right?
I don't believe we do. Yeah, not boat, but you can do motorcycles.
Definitely not
Yeah, so motorcycle will be covered, boats will not.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, of course not. Of course not boats. I was asking.
Just throwing it out there just in case.
Hey, throwing it out there, hoping to get something, right?
You never know.
I don't blame you.
You do never know. Okay, so and then it's going to flag us, say you're missing the middle initial, because I did not put that on the front end, but it had it in red, so that just means that you do have to fill that out. Again, wet signature. Now we have our NAT deal summary. So we're going to condense all of the information from the front end of our platform into one page. Again, we ask that you submit it with your paperwork to the DMV or private tag agency. One more thing for them to reference, double check that, all the charges match and everything. So, but it will have your customer's information, the vehicle information, all of the charges, all on one page.
Wow, perfect.
And that is it. As you can see, it was really simple, straightforward, real efficient. But I am curious. I mean, I was getting your feedback along the way. What stands out to you the most and what you think you will value the most about using us?
Well, it's very very convenient because I sometimes stay away from doing this for customers because it's a headache. So I let them do it on their own, and if they have questions, so they'll go to the dealership and then they'll have the paperwork themselves, and sometimes it's a headache. So I just know that I can have one fee to charge them while I do this for them. It might take a little bit extra time, but it sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know about you, but if I'm going to another state and you tell me I don't have to go to a DMV, I will drop 150 to 200. I probably drop more. I don't want to go to the DMV. I'm that person. So, I mean, I haven't heard customers given any kickback over you completing their registration for them.
No,
So,
definitely not.
And that's definitely a way to spread the word. Like, hey, they do it all for you. You don't even have to go in. So,
wow, they did it all for you and turned it in. So all you have
Yeah.
to do is that's perfect. That's perfect. No, that's perfect.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you like it.
I do. I do. I
um,
do. I wish my business
so,
partner was available because he also do deals with me. But he wasn't available to get on this call.
well, I did record it. So what
Okay.
I'll do is I'll send you the demo recap. If you want, if you send over the dealer's license, I can send over the DocuSign for you guys to review. Sign, and then once I get that back, I can send it over to the implementation team. They've been really quick lately, but on average it takes about 3 to 5 business days to
Okay.
get you all set up. But like I said, I've been seeing them do it a lot faster, but just on average it takes about 3 to 5 business days, and we can have you guys, we'll set you up with training, that way y'all are comfortable on using the platform. If you have
Okay.
any other questions, they can really um, dive deeper into any specific area that you need. Um, but yeah, all I would need is the dealer's license.
Okay.
So do
No
you think
problem.
this is going to be something you move forward with?
Possibly yes. I just want to make sure that something that we want. Um,
Okay.
but other than that, yes. Also, is this so? This is for the out of state and in state, or
This
only
is
out of
only
state?
out of state.
Okay.
Only out of state. Yeah, we don't do in state for Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, out of state's enough headache in itself.
Yeah, it is.
Um, and I know, especially if you can make your money right back, I mean, why wouldn't you want to have everything that you need?
One time,
And
very much
so, I
so.
mean, is there anything that is holding you back from going ahead and moving forward? I mean, I know
Yeah, I just want.
you got
I
to
could
get with your
send you.
partner.
Yeah, I could send you the tags, but I'm gonna get with my partner just to make sure. I'm gonna send the video when we get a
Okay.
chance, and then once you get back to me, then we're good to go.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to send that over, I mean, I can't move forward until you send the
Yeah, I know.
DocuSign, but I'll go ahead and get everything, make